NASCAR's weekend at the World Wide Technology Raceway in St. Louis revealed some surprising disappointments that fans and teams alike won't soon forget. If you thought the story was wrapped up after Denny Hamlin clinched his spot in the round of 12 on Sunday, think again. This weekend was packed with twists, and some major players ended up on the losing side. Let's dive into the biggest setbacks from the race weekend. Ford and Chevrolet's unexpected struggles. Everyone expected Ford to dominate this weekend, right? Historically, World Wide Technology Raceway has been a stronghold for Ford teams, especially Penske drivers, who've grabbed victory twice in 3 races at this track and led a remarkable 341 out of 728 Cup Series laps there. So naturally, many thought Ford's winning streak would roll on. But here's where it gets controversial. After qualifying, Ford's performance took a hit. Toyota drivers, especially those in the playoffs, stole the spotlight on Sunday, overshadowing Ford and Chevrolet like underdogs chasing the frontrunners. Instead of looking like championship contenders, the two OEMs seemed more like bystanders, struggling to keep pace. This isn't a full-blown crisis yet, but it's a warning sign. Once the top contenders start getting knocked out of the playoffs after this weekend, there won't be much room for mistakes. Right now, all Toyota drivers are set for the round of 12, putting pressure on Ford and Chevrolet to step up or risk falling behind. Jeb Burton's tough break and the stage racing debate. Jeb Burton and his cousin Harrison brought a lot of excitement late in the NASCAR Xfinity Series season as they competed for the last playoff spot. But Burton's race came to an abrupt end on lap 111 when his number 27 car suffered a right front tire failure and slammed into the outside wall. Burton recently highlighted an ongoing issue: how stage racing affects smaller teams. Although changing the system might not dramatically shift results, he argues that winning isn't everything. Finishing races intact matters too. The truth is, smaller teams often don't collect many stage points, making it tough to climb the standings even when they perform well overall. It's important to note that Burton's season hasn't been defined by luck. After a challenging 2024, Jeb and Jordan Anderson Racing have steadily improved, showing consistency that could soon turn them into legitimate playoff threats. It's a shame this hard work might be overlooked because of bad luck or the quirks of the point system as we near the playoffs. Josh Berry's playoff challenges. Early crashes in the first 2 playoff races have put Josh Berry in a tough spot, sitting 45 points below the cutoff line. Just a few races into 2026, Berry's number 21 team appeared to be one of the breakout stories of the season. But without a win, the playoff chances look grim. Berry's team has demonstrated speed all year, starting races in an average position of 14th, the 14th best in the series. But finishing has been a problem. His average finish of 21.9 ranks 30th, trailing drivers like Justin Haley and Daniel Suarez. Locking in a playoff spot early on sets expectations, but by September, teams need to deliver. Berry and his team serve as a clear example of how quickly things can fall apart once the pressure of the playoffs kicks in. Alex Bowman, the perennial debate at Hendrick Motorsports. And we can't forget about Alex Bowman from Chevrolet. Throughout his time at Hendrick Motorsports, Bowman has often been labeled the weak link. Fans and commentators have repeatedly speculated about replacing him, with rumors involving names like Kyle Larson, Brandon Jones, and even Josh Berry floating around over the past few years. Bowman is undeniably talented, yet the calls for change persist, because let's face it, fans love to shake things up. The current Hendrick lineup is one of the longest-running combinations since the 4-car era began in 2002, outlasting even iconic groups like Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Although Bowman's recent struggles aren't entirely his fault, the fan debates aren't going away. If he doesn't perform well enough to advance in the playoffs this weekend, particularly on a track where he once secured the pole, pressure will mount for a strong bounce-back in 2026. This all raises an intriguing question. Is Bowman getting a fair shake, or is he simply a victim of heightened expectations and perpetual fan scrutiny? We'd love to hear your thoughts on all this. Do you agree with these takes, or see things differently? Jump into the conversation on social media and share your voice. The NASCAR season is heating up, and these storylines are far from finished.